Season 3, Episode 1 of All Things Football with Apua makes its return to your screens. Good afternoon, welcome to it. I'm Apua Khoto. The show, however, starts on a somber note following the passing of former Amazulu and Platinum Stars forward and Bonginkosi Ntuli, who succumbed to a rare form of cancer on Sunday, the 5th of November, in the Pietermaritzburg Medical Center. Memorial service took place at the Mos Mabhida Stadium on Wednesday, and he was laid to rest on Thursday. Now, Bonginkosi Ntuli was only 32 years old, played 245 games for different clubs, netting in 75 goals. Condolences go to his wife, family, friends, Amazulu supporters, and the Amazulu team at large. May his soul rest in peace. Very good afternoon. Welcome to it. This is All Things Football with Apua. Now available on YouTube. Please subscribe to the show, to the YouTube channel, amavahoto.youtube.com, and like the page, All Things Football with Apua on Facebook. Comment on the stories and tell me what you want to hear and what needs to be worked on. Let's talk about big things making headlines in the world of football in the last couple of weeks. The much anticipated Soweto derby takes place today at the FNB Stadium, the first one of the season, the 105th league meeting between the two giants. Let's start with the news. We talk about the home side, Kaizer Chiefs, who find themselves in a dilemma regarding the untitled now former assistant coach Arthur Zwane was demoted, if you remember clearly, when Coach Mulefenseke was moved from head of youth development to head coach, and he was demoted to assistant coach. However, after the departure of Coach Malefenseki, he still remains in the youth setup, despite Coach Veli Kumalo being there and the Kaizer Chiefs reserve team doing relatively well in the DSTV Deski Challenge. Now, it remains to be decided what role he is playing in the team, as Kaiser Mtaung Jr. has not said anything with regards to what he does, what his role entails, and what his job is. However, Kaiser All Things Football will keep you up to date with anything that happens in the Kaizer Chiefs camp and new developments also with regards to the coach. Of course, the Glamber boys, the word has it that another news, Kaizer Chiefs are currently without a coach, have 12 coaches who have since applied for the post and are now waiting for management for a response. Now, the Glamber boys are currently without a coach, as we said, after the departure of Mulefenseki 4 months into duty and was excused after a string of poor results. Now, these coaches include former employees and Ernst Middendorp, German Ernst Middendorp, who led the club to second place after losing the league on the last day of the season. Michos Radojevic, who's no stranger to Soweto, having worked with Orlando Pirates. Nasruddin Nabi, who's from Tunisia, has some African experience. Mamelodi Sundowns assistant coach is also there. Peter Musimane is among the few who's expressed desire in coaching the side. Brazilian coach and Mano Menezes, and former employer, who's had 2 spells and some success with Kaizer Chiefs, has also expressed interest in the position, alongside two English coaches in Mick McCarthy and Paul Smalley, not forgetting a Spanish coach mentor in Raul Canada and former Free State Stars coach and Luke Aman. The 2023 FIFA CAF Awards are currently available. Now we're going to give you just a few of those nominees. You can catch the rest of them on the page All Things Football with Apua. Now nominees for the Coach of the Year Tom Saintfiet from Gambia, Marcel Kola from Egypt, Abdelka Banchika from Algeria, Juan Mika Obiang and Bekaro Kande of Benin, Walid Regugai from Morocco, Amir Abdul from Mauritania, Alou Cisse from Senegal, Chiquinho Conde from Mozambique, and Papato, the Chan winner with Senegal. Club of the Year, South Africa, well represented alongside Algeria with Sierra Belouizdad, USM Alger, Sigma Musa from the Ivory Coast, Al Ali, and Raja to the two giants of Casablanca and Raja and Wydad, Esperance de Tunis, and Young Africans complete the list. National Team of the Year starts from Cape Verde, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, Mauritania, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, and of course Senegal and Tanzania. Goalkeeper of the Year for the awards, Mohamed Al Shinawi of Al Ali, Yosin Bonu of Morocco, Ronan Williams of Mamelodi Sundowns, South Africa well represented. Now, tell me, when I'm done, or when you hear the rest of these after I put them out on the Facebook page, who is missing on the list? Who do you feel? Which coach do you feel made an impact in African football and is missing on this list? Andre Onana makes part of the list after his exploits with Inter Milan. Ronan Williams, Osama Babot, Youssef Amoti, Jugui Diarra, Pape Mamadou, Landing Baji, and Edouard Mendy. Young African Player of the Year, Dongo Ouattara and Suleimana Aliou, Ernest Nwana, Abde Samad, Azal Zuli, and Bibal Al Kanous of Morocco, Gift Oban, Lamine Camara, Papadou Amadou Diallo, and Papa Diop, and of course Amara Diouf. African Player of the Year. Now we have 30 players based local and Africa and internationally. Now it remains to be seen. We do not have the full facts as to how they're going to go about announcing the winner of this award, because usually it's African Player of the Year based in Africa, then there's African Player of the Year based in Europe, or overseas rather. Victor Osimhen heads up the list alongside Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Percy Tau from South Africa, alongside Riyad Mahrez, Rami Bensabaini, Edmond Tapsoba, and Frank Aguesi, Vincent Abubakar, Ibrahim Sangare, Seko Fofana, Chancel Mbemba, not forgetting Fiston Maela of the DRC, Mahmoud Abdelmonem, Mohamed Abdelmonem from Morocco, Mohamed Al Shinawi of Egypt, Mohamed Kudus, Thomas Partey, Seru Garasi, Ives Bissouma, Ashraf Hakimi, Azedin Onachi, Hakim Ziyech, Sofiane Amrabat, Yusuf Al Nasri, Peter Shalulile, Pape Matissa, and of course Mohammed Ali Ramdan. On to our other news as we go overseas. Saudi Arabia's dream of hosting the FIFA World Cup has finally become a reality after President Gianni Infantino made the announcement recently that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, who made history by being only the second team to beat Argentina at the FIFA World Cup group stages last year in Qatar, and furthermore, this will be the third tournament to host 48 countries after 2026, which will be the first one to host 48 countries, which will take place in Mexico, USA, and Canada. Now, USA and Mexico will be no strangers to hosting the World FIFA the showpiece, with USA having hosted back in 1994, Mexico hosting in 1970 and 1986. As is the case with Portugal, as is the case with Uruguay, Argentina, and Spain rather. Uruguay, Argentina, and Spain, with Uruguay hosting the first ever World Cup in 1930. Spain, which they would go on to win. Spain hosting the World Cup in 1982, which was won by Italy, Argentina hosting the World Cup in 1978, which they would go on to win, and of course Morocco winning it for the first, hosting it for the first time, who made an impression in the last year's tournament by being the first African country nation to make the semi-finals. The first World Cup tournament to be hosted by six nations will be the 2031, hosted by Portugal, Uruguay, Spain, Morocco, Argentina, and of course Morocco. Kaiser Chiefs interim Kevin Johnson was critical of his side's 3-2 victory over struggling Cape Town Spurs, feeling the side could have done better as they were clumsy as far as making blunders, conceding goals, which has proven to be how Kaiser Chiefs, which has proved costly for the Soweto side as the season was gone on. Kaiser Chiefs emerged victorious, 3-2 victors in the game after leading 2-0 with goals from Edson Castillo, Arangachiva Viro, and Christian Saile. On to our other news, Cape Town City forward Nduduz Kanyisa Mayo, who's the son of former Kaiser Chiefs striker Patrick Mayo, has netted his 24th goal against Chippa United, breaking the record that was recently held after equaling the record that was held by Mduduzi Mdantsane at Cape Town City, beating the likes of Fakri K, Mdantsane, Bradley Ralane, and of course current Pirates striker and Kermit Erasmus. Now, here's how things look as far as that's concerned. Kanyisa Mai now sits on 1024 goals after beating Duduzim Dantane's 323 goals. Fakri Lake, who's now applying his trade in Egypt, where the Pyramids sits on 17 alongside Surprise Ralani and Kermit Erasmus, who all sit on 17 goals. On to our other news, the officiating strike conundrum continues with coaches expressing dissatisfaction with how matches have the poor officiating that has been happening in the football the word seems to have lost me in the football world, and with the use of VAR, we thought these things, if you remember, the idea of VAR was to fix blunders, prevent blunders from referees from making these blunders. Hence, technology came into play. Now, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag bemoaned the refereeing in his side's 4-3 loss to FC Copenhagen on Wednesday in the UEFA Champions League group stage. Manchester United now sit bottom of Group A after that loss with 3 points. And now Ten Hag was not the first one to complain about the officiating. The first one being Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta after they defeat to Newcastle after a foul in the ball that had been adjudged to have gone out of play, which was allowed to be played, which saw play allowed to be to continue rather, and in that case there was also a foul leading to a goal, where Gabriel, an Arsenal defender, was pushed. The way there was a push on the Arsenal defender, which led to the Arsenal goal, the Newcastle goal, which would go on to cost Arsenal the game. Moroccan side, Wydad Casablanca, speaking of officiating, have expressed concerns about the referee who's said to handle the second leg of the African Football League final. Now, the Congolese referee is no stranger to the Red Castle games, which they have never lost. However, the game in question was the second leg final Champions League semi-final, which they took place which they played against Kaiser Chiefs in 2021 at the FNB Stadium, where they felt they were robbed of some opportunities and some penalties, which has left many dissatisfied by how the Congolese referee went on about officiating the game. Let's have a look at the Carling Black Label knockout results, and Bologna City fell short by 2 goals to 0 to Stellenbosch. Goals by Ekron Reynolds and Devin Titus. No penalty. Richards Bay needing penalties to get the better of Orlando Pirates, winning 5-4. Amazulu's Sede Dion getting a hat trick against Golden Arrows in that 3-0 win. Kukune United and TS Galaxy. Galaxy needing penalties to win by 4 goals to 2. 4th November and Saturday, Bruno Fernandes' goal in the last minutes of the game proved to be the winner, a much-needed winner for a struggling Man United. Brentford getting the better of West Ham by 3 goals to 2. Man United be hammering Bournemouth by 6 goals to 1. And Burnley getting the falling short to Crystal Palace by 2 goals to 1. Sheffield getting the better of Wolves in a surprise win by 2 goals to 1. Everton and Brighton could not be separated, falling short by playing to a 1-1 draw rather. Newcastle winning by that controversial odd goal. Nottingham Forest got the better of Aston Villa, Unai Emery's side, on Sunday by 2 goals to 0, while Luton and Liverpool played to an entertaining 1-1 draw. And wrap things up on Monday with Tottenham in a London derby, with Tottenham falling short to Chelsea to give Postecoglou his first defeat, handing him his first defeat in the Premier League, losing to Chelsea by 4 goals to 1. DSTV Premiership results midweek. Royal AM got the better of Golden Arrows in the KZN Derby by 1-0. Orlando Pirates also winning by 1-0, 2 goals to 1. It was the results. Stellenbosch getting the better of Richards Bay. Cape Town City also getting the better of Chipper United by 2 goals to 1. On Wednesday, Swallows got the better of CS Galaxy by 1 goal to 0. Bologna City and Supersport United could not be separated, and playing to a 1-1 draw. Kaiser Chiefs getting the better of Cape Town Spurs in an entertaining 3-2 win. Last night, midweek game from last night, Cape Town City got the better of Royal AM, beating them by 2 goals to 0. On to the UEFA Champions League, Borussia Dortmund beat Newcastle by 2 goals to 0. Back-to-back victories for Dortmund against Newcastle. Shakhtar beating Barca by 1 goal to 0. Lazio beating Feyenoord by 1 goal to 0. Porto beating Belgian side Royal Antwerp by 2 goals to 0. Man City beating Young Boys by 3 goals to 0 through an Erling Haaland brace, and third goal by Phil Foden. AC Milan coming from a goal down to win by 2 goals to 1. Atletico Madrid beating Scottish Giants Celtics by 6 goals to 0. Werner Zvezda fell short to German side RB Leipzig by 2 goals to 1. Wednesday Champions League results. Real Sociedad won by 3 goals to 1 against Portuguese champions Benfica. Napoli playing to a 1-1 draw against Union Berlin. FC Copenhagen coming from 2 goals down to win by 4-3, a game which saw Marcus Rashford sent off, which left manager Eric Ten Hag very unimpressed and saw him bemoan the officiating, as did Mikel Arteta in Arsenal's Premier League loss against Newcastle. Let's talk about the VAR. What is the problem? Does South Africa need it with these errors that are currently happening? What do we do now? Do we send referees to... How do we go about it? Do we send referees to learn more about this VAR or do we feel that referees lean too much on the VAR? Because judging from the foul that took place, the foul that was committed by Marcus Rashford in that game, it was blown out of proportion by the VAR and was not as harsh as it looked, and as a result many fouls was harsh, and those penalties which were awarded also left question marks and sparked debates all over in the football circle. RB Leipzig falling short by 1-0 to Inter Milan. Bayern Munich winning 2-1 against Galatasaray, and Arsenal winning by 2 goals to 0 against Sevilla. PSV Eindhoven too strong for Lens by not goal. Real Madrid beating Braga by 3 goals to 0. Current Black Label Knockout semi-finals have been decided. Games which are to take place on the first week of December. Richards Bay will face Stellenbosch, while TS Galaxy will welcome Amazulu. And DSU Premiership fixtures you can expect today. Kaiser Chiefs welcome Orlando Pirates. Morocco Swallows travel to Polokwane City. Chippa United take on Stellenbosch FC. And Sunday triple header rather is a KZN derby. It's not just the Soweto derby, but it's derby weekend. Golden Arrows welcome Amazulu. Richards Bay welcome struggling Cape Town Spurs. Mawalo Sundowns TS Galaxy game has been postponed. Sukune United will be the last game against Supersport United. English Premier League fixtures: Tottenham will travel to the Wolves. Man United will host Luton Town. Arsenal welcome Everton. Bournemouth will host Newcastle. Sunday, we've got five fixtures in Aston Villa taking on Fulham. Brighton taking on Sheffield United. West Ham United welcome Nottingham Forest. Liverpool welcome Brentford. Mouth-watering fixture there. And of course, we wrap things up with Chelsea welcoming Manchester City. And Sunday, you can look out tomorrow in a game that was expected to take place today. Mamelodi Sundowns will welcome Wydad Casablanca in an African Football League final. Second leg, Wydad Casablanca go away with a 2-1 advantage. Sundowns will be hoping to use that one away goal to their advantage and hoping it will come in handy going to the game. We look at our fixture, which is the Soweto derby. We dissected. We plenty to talk about as far as the game is concerned. Kaizer is going to the derby. Both sides will be fresh from wins against Cape Town Spurs and Sekhukhune United. We start with Kaizer Chiefs. Now the Glamour Boys are currently without a coach, and this will be interim coach Kevin Johnson's first Soweto derby. And if he is going to get admirers from the Soweto Giants, the best way to do it is to win against the Soweto Giant rivals in Orlando Pirates. Now here are players to watch. Ranga Chivaviro, who opened his scoring account as far as the Kaizer Chiefs is concerned. The 30-year-old is expected to get his heads up today to get a nod to play as a 9 as a point of reference. Now, Dupree missed that game through injury. It remains to be seen if he's going to start. Are they going to be played together? What formation are they going to play? It remains to be seen. Are we going to see a 4-3-3? Are we going to see a 4-4-2? Now, Coach Kevin Johnson, as usually is known to usually use a 4-4-2 formation. It remains to be seen if he's going to use that. Now, another player to watch is Oxum Tetra, who will be making his debut. Now, the Ox will be making his debut and will be expected to boss the midfields with the aggression. He returns from suspension after missing the game midweek through suspension after the amount of yellow cards he accumulated. The aggression, the ability to break down attacks. Another player to look out for, the 30-year-old Keegan Doherty, will be relishing the game as he has never lost against Pirates, having netted 2 brace in his first derby debut. Now let's have a look at the head-to-head stats between the two teams. And now this will be the 150 side game match between the two teams. 104 games have been played, with Kaizer Chiefs winning 45. Orlando Pirates have won 43, winning 23. Draws, 36 games have ended in draws. Kaizer Chiefs scoring 123 goals, while Orlando Pirates have scored 90 goals. With a win percentage of 42%, Kaizer Chiefs stand at a win percentage of 23%. I beg your pardon. Let's talk Orlando Pirates. The Buccaneers also returned to winning ways midweek. However, the Soweto Giants are yet to taste defeat under the new mentorship of Jose Rivero, whose predecessors have also struggled against the Soweto Giants. Key players to watch: Tembe Lodge, who's never lost against Kaizer Chiefs, dubbed the Chiefs Toronto. the tormentor rather of Kaiser Chiefs. 5 goals in all competitions. None of those games he has lost. He's never lost any of the games he has scored in. He's been doing pretty well. However, too often he gets injured and misses crucial games, and injuries have been hampering his process. However, he is back. He's found his footing. Another player to look out for is the forward in Zakele Basa, who's regular scoring form has earned him a spot in the Bafana setup. Marksman is no stranger to playing against Kaiser Chiefs, having scored against the Glamour Boys for TS Galaxy in the Nedbank Cup final in 2019. Fresh from suspension, he will be looking to get his scoring boots on. However, another player to look out for, Miguel Tim, the enforcer, will be looking to make his presence felt also in the midfield. Now, he's no stranger to play against Kaiser Chiefs also. He's the one who set up the goal in the Nedbank Cup semi-final. His ability to make those forward passes if he's not marked. Expect a tight midfield battle as far as this game is concerned. Now, both sides come from the back of victories midweek, which should make the derby very interesting. Expect a tight midfield battle. However, with Kaiser Chiefs having been making blunders, having been sloppy in the back, and Pirates being wasteful forward, should make an interesting derby. This game is expected, according to many, to be won in the midfield, and that's how we end things. All things football. The show takes a break next week to make way for the international break, and this has been season 3, episode 1. All things football. From myself, Apio Let's give it a name and call it a day. Take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.